Welcome back to the Snod Pod with John Snodgrass, your mortgage resource where we're talking real estate, mortgages, and beyond. Today I've got Chris Press, an independent contractor for one of the largest swim spa and hot tub manufacturers in the country. We're going to talk a little hot tub and swim spas and benefits of those. And hey, does it bring value to our house? Chris, thanks for coming in today.
I've been doing the hot tubs and swim spas for about 10 years, and the ones we specialize in are the above-ground portable units, probably similar to the one like your brother has. It wasn't built into the ground, correct?
No.
Yep. So with that, it's a lot easier to install in almost any hot tub, any backyard nationwide, right? So they're called above-ground portable units, and it's just it's a really simple installation process. Basically, all we need is a place for you to put it on a continuous solid level.
Usually, great patio. I'm already picturing it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, and then it runs. You need 220, 50 amp electricity. But the whole thing about hot water therapy, right, is bringing the relief to your backyard, right? It gives you an opportunity for you and your family after a long day to retreat and just unplug from the day. Because, like you said, 2 kids, you're building a family, like you're in this mortgage business. It's a, boom, boom,
grind,
boom.
Man.
It's a grind.
Fun. I love it.
Yeah, of course. You're working for your family.
And emotionally draining
at the end of the day, it's a place for us to come back to and just unplug, right? We're not reinventing the wheel here with the hot water therapy. Humans have been using it for thousands of years, to cleanse ourselves. Hot water springs. It's a natural element that is going to cleanse us, right? Whether it be emotionally, stress, physically washing ourselves. So we're not reinventing the wheels by anything, right? All we're doing is bringing a convenient, well-made product that is simple enough to install in almost anyone's backyard with little to the installation process is under a day, and then it's always there and ready for you when you are at the end of the day or before or to start your day.
So I belong to a health club, and we've got kind of a big hot tub indoors, and there's one outdoors, and I enjoy going in it. But there's a lot of people in there and kids, and it's like, oh, what's going on? And
absolutely,
kind of.
I get it.
So what's the difference between
commercial versus residential?
Yeah.
So basically, in my experience, when I belong to health clubs. I travel nationwide for these events, and we're always in hotels, and I love putting my feet in them and getting my body in the hot water because I have to practice what I preach, right? I'm a believer in hot water therapy. I'm a believer in meditation and just getting back to center and just letting the day melt away because there's so much stress is going on. We have so many different signals and, everything we're going through, right? But the difference between commercial and residential is what I've noticed. Inside of health clubs or even hotels, they heavily chlorinate it, which irritates your eyes, hair, skin, clothes, and then they bring it up. The legal level temperature level for residential is 104, but I've noticed in clubs and hotels it's 105, 106. So you can't actually get in there long enough to maximize the benefits available.
And it's too hot, so I got to pop out occasionally.
Exactly, and
cranking it up to get me out, or what?
Exactly, because they want you to in and out. They don't want you. It's a service they provide, but it's not like you're not supposed to sit there for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So having the ability to take that, what you at the club and put in your backyard, it gives the family an opportunity to build it into their daily and weekly lives, right? Just like anything. Like if you don't use it, you lose it, right?
Yeah.
And but what it allows us to do is just have something that's always ready, always on, and then it's up to the individual to incorporate it into their daily lives.
So I got 2 kids, 4 and 8.
Beautiful.
My son loves hot tubs.
Yeah.
My daughter would, let her put her feet in. Tell me about safety.
Yeah.
That'd be one thing
Yep.
my wife is kind of freaked out about.
So my whole motto in life, what I was taught from an old mentor was fun starts when safety begins, right? So you got to be, if we're not safe, we're not having fun, right? So we build them completely to safety, right? So they're above ground portable units with a locking cover. So if you're in an HOA, if you're in if you don't have fences around your yard, it acts as an above ground locking mechanism that holds with 250 pounds or 4 feet of snow, and it's rated so you don't have to add any added restrictions. Like sometimes with pools, you have to have fencing around it depending on the state. Like in California, for instance, it eliminates a lot of that because they are extremely safe for the family due to the safety features we built into it.
Okay, so there's a lock on the cover.
On the covers, yeah.
Is it like a key or
So it locks down at 4 points.
so 4 different locks?
I always tell my clients it's not Fort Knox or anything, but it does have a locking mechanism that will meet the state and federal regulation for child safety.
All right. Got it.
Got it.
So I should feel okay.
Absolutely. I wouldn't put a product in your backyard if it was unsafe for your family.
All right. Appreciate it. Now, question for you, like some health benefits, because like when I got into my brother's hot tub the other week, man, it was like a long week.
Yep.
You know, it's purchase season, kind of, end of the month.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm tired, man.
Yeah.
And so like, anyways, go over to my brother's for some pizza and then hop in the hot tub. And I was just like, immediately, I was just like, oh, man,
Yeah.
this is a life,
Yeah. So
Health benefits. What are you giving me?
health benefits are vast and vary, and like it'll help you in all sorts of aspects of your life. A little off topic, but I've been really getting into the hot water therapy personally by just putting my feet in water and doing breathing exercises.
Yeah.
But in the last 3 years, the whole society is coming out of this whole of survival, and like hot water therapy is a way to like recenter yourself, and the benefits just go on and on. So to break it down, there's different levels of temperatures. So when we're doing aquatic exercising, anywhere from 86 to 90, that's good to like exercise in. Okay. Once you're in 92 to 94, that's called skin neutral. So that's good for just like increasing a little bit of blood flow. It'll help with if you have muscle spasms, it'll decrease the sensitivity, the muscle tension. That's like very light hydrotherapy. Okay. When you get into the 90 to 102 degree range, that's where the magic happens. Okay. When you're in it for over 7 to 10 minutes, that's when lactic acid in your muscles will release, and that's a relief. So if you're on your feet all day, or if you're on your desk and you get on those neck and shoulder jets, and use what it's designed for, it's gonna help release lactic acid. It's going to promote blood circulation to targeted muscles, and just being in the natural healing of water itself is going to just help you relax.
Well, I mean, it sounds really good because like so I'm a runner. I get up before work, run about 5 miles every morning, and then obviously my kids, man, I'm basically a jungle gym. Yeah. At 4 and 8, they beat me up pretty much every day. But I mean, like I just felt good in that. So like you're talking like massage type benefits? Or?
So there's so the lines that we sell, we break it down into basically entry level, recreation, which is your standard hot tub experience, and then we have like medical grade therapy.
I want medical grade.
Of course,
talk medical.
Yeah. So that one, the reason why you go to that one is the big foot massagers. We have these 2 master blasters. They do
my wife will massage my feet. So
you don't need her any. Yeah, so give her the night off. You got.
She doesn't massage anyway. So good. It's just good.
Yeah. So these giant foot massagers. So our feet, we have all of our nerve endings and pressure points end in our feet, called reflexology, right? So being able to having 2 giant individual jets, but there's 14 jets in each, so you have 28 jets just for your feet, right? And you put your feet over it. Yeah. You have 140 gallons a minute hitting your nerve endings, pressure points, and it just sends endorphins all the way up to your brain because all of our stuff gets connected into our feet.
Okay.
So for runners, like I'm a runner too. So I'm
aching, man, by the end of the day. I stretch, but
you need some relief. We all do.
And sitting all day, my hip, man.
Oh, yeah, hip flexors. There's hip flexors in it. Each seat will hit your back in different ways, so it's called circuit hydrotherapy. You'll go from seat for 5 minutes, and we can use the foot massagers to hit different parts of our lower body by positioning, and I've created like a system to help people like integrate using what the tools available to maximize the relief.
Can I get a prescription from my doctor to get some sort of a discount, or like show him like my hips hurt?
It's a great question, John. So I'm not an expert in tax law, but in the state of Texas, it's the only state in the country that will, if you have the prescription for hot water therapy, they will pay for the tax on it. Okay. Now, depending on how if you can get a prescription for hot water therapy, you have to go to your tax accountant, and depending on your medical threshold that you spend a year or something, there is it's state to state.
Okay. I was just joking, but
no, absolutely. Yeah.
I don't know if I'll get it, but yeah,
move to Texas.
No interest, or I'm not.
No tax in Oregon.
State income tax, man.
Yeah, or I love going to selling in Oregon because there's no sales tax, because that just saves an extra, for the client, It's
discount right off the bat.
Way easier.
So I know, like off camera, you brought up a benefit of just like lowering cortisol or lowering stress. Maybe just
Yeah. So
tell me about that again.
So what I'm learning is like cortisol is the stress hormone, right? And throughout our day, we're wearing rubber shoes, we're on phones, we're on computers, we're having frequencies getting into us, we're generating energy internally, right?
Yeah.
Just from being in daily life, your brain creates thoughts and energy, and you're wound up by the end of the day. You need to relax, right? So what better way to get in like a body water temperature or higher, and just unplugging from everything. And you're just sitting in the water, and if you incorporate just breathing exercises, listening to soft music, like you're gonna naturally bring down that cortisol level, which is the hormone that produces stress. And for the men out there who are watching the podcast, like this is some research I've been doing, right? Like I've been getting healthy over the last 5 or 6 years, and
you look great, by the way.
Thank you. That sun really does well. Well, it treats me well in Arizona. So, anyways. A lot of people are all about, testosterone this and supplements that, but the thing about it is those type of supplements, which I don't necessarily need to take, because if we're reducing our cortisol levels, it's going to let your natural testosterone come through. So a lot of people think, oh, I need this or that to like help bring that stuff together, bring those levels up. In my experience, is if I can control my cortisol levels by staying centered and at a more centered frequency, so to speak, my natural nature and testosterone just goes through the roof, because I'm not being restricted by that stress level. So hot tubs are great to get those cortisol levels down after a long day.
Okay, man, I love it. All right, so now kind of to reel it back into real estate here.
Yeah.
Will a hot tub bring value, like monetary value to my home if I get one? What do you think?
So in my experience, the value that it brings to your home is not going to be on the resale end of it, right? Because chances are your clients are going to be there for 10 to 20 years anyways.
Sure.
So that's not the number one reason to buy a hot tub.
Yeah.
The value is in what it's going to bring to your life if you use it properly. Everyone in this society is so stressed out, and we're coming out of a weird time, and we're trying to feel good, right?
Yeah.
So like one of my mission statements, like I'm just trying to help people feel good.
Okay.
And I've just crossed this 10 years in the industry, and I finally got my footing where I feel like, wow, like I know a lot about hot water therapy, and I can like bring the peace back to the people on a customer to customer basis, right?
Yeah.
And it's an honor to just like, if people can catch what I'm throwing, if they can pick up what I'm throwing down, and they get behind it, they're gonna feel better.
Yeah, I mean, just think about every time I get in a hot tub, man. It's just like, it's like, oh, I feel like the stress just melts away. It's like, oh man.
Yeah. When was the last time you got a hot tub and you're like, yeah, that wasn't nice. I don't feel better at all. You're like, no,
Right.
And me, I'm heat sensitive, so I can go in for like that 7 minutes at like 102 to my number is like 100 to 101, so I can stay in there longer.
Yeah.
But like we have hot tubs that have cool down seats, because a lot of people are heat sensitive. They're not used to submerging in water.
Yeah.
So I tell people, just get up for a little bit, get your heart out of the water. It's going to bring your heart rate down a little bit, and you can sink back in to bridge the gap. And because a lot of people think you want to be really, really, really hot, you just want to be comfortable for a longer period of time. It's all about time in water.
So the value is not necessarily in, hey, this is going to bring monetary value to my house. This is just good for.
Yeah. It's a recreation and a medical product, depending on how you use it. Like a lot of, like for a young growing family, since you're a runner, I'd recommend going up to the medical, because you want that added relief. Yeah. A lot of families are just like, I just want a thing for the kids to swim in, float around in. They'll turn it down in summer, so it's like a small pool. So it's very versatile.
Yeah.
These things are made in the Midwest, so they're meant for sub-zero weather. So in Wisconsin,
winter time, I imagine,
year round.
Awesome
Use them year round.
Okay.
Yeah, extremely energy efficient.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for coming down to the Snod Pod. Glad you're in town from Arizona, and thanks for coming in and talking about benefits of hot tub. May not bring some home value, but it's gonna bring some value to your life. It sounds like, and I love it, man.
It'll definitely make you feel good.
All right. Well, Chris, thanks for coming in today. It's been awesome learning about hot tubs and swim spas. This has been the Snod Pod with John Snodgrass, your mortgage resource, where we're talking hot tubs, mortgages, real estate, and beyond. Thanks for watching.